This is Ken Smith, reminding you it happened today, February 9th. But the year was 1775. The British Parliament declares Massachusetts colony is now in rebellion as part of the American Revolution. It was on this day, 1861, Jefferson Davis and Alexander Stephens are elected President and Vice President of the Confederate States of America. 1861. It was on this day that President Grover Cleveland declares a state of emergency in Seattle, Washington. Why? Because of anti-Chinese violence. 1886. Volleyball was invented on this day in Massachusetts. 1895. The first federal legislation prohibiting narcotics, in particular opium, was on this day, 1909. The United States Army Chaplain School, the first of its kind, was opened on this day, 1918. It was minus 14 degrees Fahrenheit on this day in New York City, 1934. It was also the start on this day of daylight savings. It happened during World War II on this day, 1942. It was on this day that Senator Joseph McCarthy charges the State Department as being infested with 205 communists. 50. The first flight of the Boeing 727 happened on this day, 1963. The Beatles appeared for the first time on the Ed Sullivan Show on this day. There were over 73 million people who viewed it. More than 60% of America saw that show. 1964. It was on this day that the Dow Jones hit a record. The year was 1966, and the record, 995 points. 1966. Madonna's album, Like a Virgin, goes to number one for 3 weeks on this day, 1985. The tomb of Tutankhamun was found and opened on this day, 1986. Irish music and the dance show Riverdance first opened in Dublin, Ireland, with Michael Flatley on this day, 1995. It was on this day that the Fox cartoon series The Simpsons aired its 167th episode, making it the longest running animated series in cartoon history. It's still running. It was on this day Elizabeth Warren officially announced her 2020 presidential campaign. 2019. On this day, the deaths from COVID-19 virus overtake those of SARS with 813 deaths worldwide and more than 34,000 known infections. That was on this day, 2020. And so there's good news and bad news, confusing news, but behind it all is the good news that this is the day the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. This is Ken Smith reminding you it happened today, February 9th.